Hey guys, welcome back to On Golf with Luke Mangan. I have a predicament on my hands, and the predicament is this. I like all things about golf. I love golf business. I love golf culture. Underneath that, I love the style, the new characters that are coming into the world of golf and changing it. It's changing so fast. It's becoming younger, more creative, more fun, more accessible to the broader world. Whereas it used to be such an exclusive, elitist sport, it's like it's everyone's playground right now. And I want to be in it because of those reasons. Now, I love YouTube golf, but I don't love just YouTube golf. And I think that could be to my downfall in the short term as someone who is hoping to grow this channel and continue talking about whatever it is that I want to talk about. The reason I think that it could be to my short-term downfall is that there's already an audience there waiting for someone, more people to create content about YouTube golf. And I've seen it firsthand. This is a young channel. This is now my 13th video, I think. And most of my videos have gotten a couple hundred views, maybe 5 to 10 likes, friends and family, I'm sure. And then I go to the YGT at Purcell Farms, the first event of the YGT. I do a little commentary on it. It gets over 5,000 views, 100 likes. I gain, I double my subscribers. It was like 50 to 100, well, whatever. And it was obvious that I didn't create some novel piece of content that made people fall in love with me. It's that I'm borrowing from the YouTube golf audience that already exists, and I'm just scratching an itch for them. They're not like, oh, I love Luke. They're like, oh, I love YouTube golf. Oh, I gotta get some more information. Oh. And I can imagine that if I continue to put all of my eggs in that basket and just dial it in on YouTube golf, I could gain a following relatively quickly. I think you're seeing this with like the Scratch Golf Show guy, for example. I think his name's Anthony, but I don't know for sure. So I don't even know why I'm guessing that. It's shot in the dark. I think he's Anthony. Anyway, I'll look it up later. Scratch Golf Show guy is kind of owning this category right now. And I think he does a great job. And I think that people are probably starting to really, really like him. Though at first, he probably served just like a very, not a shallow purpose, but it's like people want more information about this. He is the one providing the information. And good thing for him is he started early. And now it's not that people like him for his information. They like him for him. He's great. He has great guests on the show. He's an entertaining personality, and he's owning it. If I were to try to step into that lane and compete with him, I think it'd be fun. I think, there's no issue with some competition. I think it'd be great. But what would that require of me? It would require that I lock into YouTube golf and I scroll reels and TikToks and YouTube and search for that little nugget that someone might find interesting and different and breaking news, whatever. I don't know if I want my life to look like that. I don't know if I want my days to look like that. I have a full-time job and I do work for clients, and I don't have that time, nor do I have the desire to consume content as a part of my job. And that is tricky, because how else do you get better? How else do you learn outside of being inspired by other people? I've been asked that. My wife asked me that. She was like, if you don't watch YouTube golf, how are you going to create YouTube videos that people enjoy? And I just have to trust that maybe my originality might do it for me. Is that so naive? Is that so Could it be that by not having an influx of 1,000 different content formats and trends and whatever, that I might actually be freed up to think for myself of like, well, this is how I would do it. I have no basis for what other people are doing. Could that be an advantage? I think so. Could it be a disadvantage? Absolutely. So that's why I don't really want to play the analyst game, the commentary game. Though again, I think I'd be pretty good at it. But I don't want to do it for that reason. Spending all my time figuring out what's happening, what's new. The second one is this. If you'll allow me to take you into my psyche, my spirituality, honestly. I believe that creating content, if done well, is a really, really valuable and interesting way to reflect the very nature of God. As funny as that sounds, as weird, like, and I'm sure a ton of creators whose sole purpose is to just go make a ton of money might use that as like, I'm doing this for God. Okay. If you ever start to get the feeling that I'm motivated by anything other than that, I'll shut the channel down. I'll shut it down immediately. I think that creating content that is life-giving and original and unique and creative and different, and it's a way that I can uniquely reflect the nature of my God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It's like the first way that he announces himself. It's like, I created something out of nothing. That's the first thing that we get. The earth was formless. And now we look at it. So that's like a very, very deep reason why I don't want to be like a, analyst creator where I like look at someone else doing something and then I talk about that thing. To me, that seems like I'm creating something out of something else, which is needed. It's important and people want that. But I love the idea even more of creating something out of nothing, coming up with something different. And I think that the YouTube golf space is actually ready for this. It's like ripe for something like this. I think you see, in the same way that you have Grant Horvat, Bryan Brothers. Why are they popular? They're like entertaining people. They're really, really good at golf. And that the first kind of disruption of that was like maybe a Bob Does Sports, and then more recently like a Divot Dudes, where it's like, no, it's not about golf, it's about comedy, or it's not about golf, it's about entertainment. And there's still room for creativity in golf, where it's like 40% golf, 60% something else. What's the something else? Go make that your thing. Go figure out the thing that can separate you. With golf as the backdrop, I'm inspired by Subway Takes by Kareem Rama, even more so than a lot of golf creators, because it's like, that is a cultural show that is introducing you to hilarious and thoughtful and creative characters with a bunch of wide-ranging views on anything and everything. And they're talking about it. The only difference is they're not on a screen doing like a podcast. They're on a moving subway. It's a dynamic background. It's fascinating. It's loud. It's different. Take that, plug it into, throw us on a golf course, and let's have some dialogue. Let's talk about things that are not just the shot. Anyway, so in the same way that Grant Horvat and the Bryan brothers and these other YouTube creators they're creating content that's independent of anything else. They get to decide what they want to create. They put it out there. They're constantly trailblazing. They're doing new things. That's their job now, is to find new ways to do their job. And those who are in the industry and are creating content based on what's happening in the industry are valuable. But I think that there is room for a trailblazer, and there's always room for more trailblazers. And there will always be room for people to maintain the integrity and the value of the industry. That's what some people are here to do. I want to do something different. Sue me. So anyway, thanks for allowing me to just spew that. I would like to reflect the nature of my creator and create content that does good for others, speaks life, encouragement. I want it to uplift. I want it to be engaging. I want people to ask me about my fascination with the world so that I can then tell people the deepest things that are on my heart and my mind. And if by God's grace, I'm given an audience to share that with in a way that could expand his kingdom, then my job will be done. Well, I will continue to do that job, but that's it. That's it. And this is not going to become a Christian channel by any means, but there's just no way that I can keep myself from talking about it. And golf is so beautiful and so challenging and so reflective of life in general, with its ups and downs and its pursuit of improvement and betterment, that the connections are there, the correlations are there, and I won't be able to help myself. And so if you don't care about that, that's fine. I would love it if you'd still follow along. You know, if I could bring in interesting guests, and I can play interesting courses, and I can do interesting things enough to attract an audience who may not know the Lord, and then through the dialogue, through the discussion, through the almost art that I'm trying to create, because that's how I view it. I want it to be beautiful. This is not beautiful. Me in my room with the mic, not beautiful. I'm just practicing. I'm getting comfortable in front of the camera so that by the time I get on the camera on a golf course with an interesting person, I can be at my very, very best to do all the things that I've set out to do. So yes, I want to be an original creator. I want to create things that are engaging and fascinating and beautiful, and get people to think and ask questions and evaluate themselves and take themselves less seriously and see the world as more beautiful than they see it. I mean, it's incredible. But it's also broken. Can we fix it together? I don't know. Anyway. And I will have people tell me like that I talk for too long. I'll have people tell me that this is too much. It's I don't care. Because if I don't go about this in exactly the way that I want to, it will get tiresome, and I will stop creating content. And the worst thing that I could do is stop, I think. So I would encourage you to follow along. I would tell myself that I'm not going to tell people to like and subscribe, but I would encourage you to like and subscribe. And I think that subscribing to this allows you to be in very early. And I say very early because I told you I'm not going to quit doing this, and it's going to change, and I will test things, and I will have fun, and you could be a part of it from the very beginning. I'm delusionally optimistic about where this can go. And I don't just mean the golf channel, I just mean me sharing my thoughts online. I've been doing it on LinkedIn of all places for the last year and a half, 2 years. 2 years probably. And I believe I'm meant to do it elsewhere. And there's so much on my mind. I will continue to create YouTube golf content. It's just going to be a small portion of what I do. I hope that I get to continue to be in this lane because I do like it, but I like so much else. I like a lot of other things. Jack of all trade, master of none, maybe. That's fine. I'd rather be a jack of the things that I care about than a master of something that I don't care about all that much. How about that? Thank you guys for listening. This was a ton of fun. I want to talk about this all the time. Anyway, see y'all soon.